I got a new shirt. And I'm also awkward, so there's that. Anyway, hey everybody, we're back. If you're new, thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon, that's Coco. Click that subscribe button, please. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. Y'all, I have been trying to get to this video for so long. It is my makeup favorites, or not necessarily like my favorites, but a few of my favorite from each category, you know what I'm saying? And I've had this stuff here forever, and I'm finally making the video because we have to start packing soon, so I need to get this done so that I can start figuring out what we're taking. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. Let's jump into it. I'm gonna try to go by what I would generally use first in my routine. So these are my Holy Grail primers. These are pretty much the only primers I use. I use the Professional from Benefit on my nose area because I do have large pores. And then I use this Photo Finish from Smashbox on the rest of my face. This combo works great for me if you have my type of skin, bigger pores here. This will work really, really well for you. Then I generally will go in with my foundation. I do foundation and everything first, and I do my eyeshadow last. This is a stick foundation from Huda. It is, oh, it's dirty, yuck. It's in the shade Toffee 420G. I like this for a very light day. I use a dense brush to buff this out, and then I go in with a beauty blender after. But when I don't want to have like a full face coverage type of situation, this is what I use. Also, I use the Real Techniques beauty sponge or beauty blender, whatever you want to call it. This is the one I use today. It's filthy, but this is the only one I found that I love. I could try the beauty blender brand, but I'm pretty cheap, and these are inexpensive. I think like $10 or $12 for a 4-pack on Amazon, so I stick to these. The other foundations that I love, obviously NARS Soft Matte, that's Holy Grail, which is what I'm using today, and mine is in the shade Tahoe Medium Deep 2. And then also, more affordable, this Morphe foundation, and I use F2.100. This I got on sale at the Morphe store for, I don't know, like $7, but you can find them at TJ Maxx for I think like $5. But they have a number of different shades. You can go into Morphe, they'll help you pick and find like the perfect shade. This is the perfect shade for me. So these three are like, I'm always gonna wanna have these. I doubt I'll find anything better than this or this or this for my light days. But if y'all have something that are similar, I would definitely be willing to try. I don't have a lot of foundations. I will say, let me back it up. I'm gonna show you. Obviously, we love Fenty. I do love the Naked one because it's good for light days. I do like this e.l.f. Camo CC, and then the Too Faced Born This Way. I like those two, but those three are my general faves that I always go to. After that, I use concealer. I like the Tarte Shape Tape, and I also like the CoverGirl. Which one is this? It's the TruBlend Undercover Concealer. I just pick a super light shade. And then for bronzers, I actually like to use concealers in a darker shade as a bronzer. So I do have this one from ColourPop. I use this as a bronzer or contour type of thing. It's in the shade Dark 180N. And then I also, this Uma stick, y'all, this Uma stick is life. This is what I used today, and I used the Shape Tape today for my concealer. But this is amazing. This is the Double Take 3. It's the stick, what is it? Sculpt and Strobe Duo. It's Honey Honey. It also has a highlighter on the end, but y'all, this, it blends out amazing. The highlighter is nice too. I don't use the highlighter super often, but it's still really nice, and they blend perfect. Oh, for setting powders, because I do my setting, I do my setting powders right after my concealer. I don't bake, I just, you know, put it on there lightly. Obviously, Laura Mercier, this is a holy grail for pretty much everyone. And then another one that I genuinely like is the Milk setting powder. This one is a little different. And at first, I loved the way that you use it because it has this cover here, and then you pop it up and it has this mesh thing in there. But the more I used it, the more I was like, you know what, I don't actually love that. It's too hard to get the product up. But generally speaking, I do like this one, and I found this at TJ Maxx for significantly less than what this one costs. For bronzers, y'all know because you've seen Coco playing with it, the Charlotte Tilbury. Love the packaging, big mirror, a lot of product. You get a lot of product with this. So although this is, I think, 50 something bucks for this, you get more product than you do in in most other bronzers you get. And this is the Airbrush Bronzer number 3 Tan. The nice thing about these also is you can actually go in and just rebuy the actual product. You don't have to repurchase this, so it saves you a little bit of money. I love this one for mattes, but my Kosas, when I want to glow, like I want to glow and shine like I have been at the beach, but I'm not, you know, I'm just like glowing and glistening and goddess beautiful. This Kosas is it, and this is in the shade Deep. This is these two holy grails. When I run out, I will purchase them again. I use them regularly. I almost don't really use any other bronzers other than these two. I'm using the Kosas today because I wanted a little bit of a glow to it, but I love this. Is worth every freaking penny. I think maybe the only thing that would make this better is if there was a mirror. There's no mirror in there, but the shimmer is life. Okay, let's get into my highlighters. This Hourglass, this is the trio, the ambient light trio. You have dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. I love, love, love this. Very subtle, but you can definitely build it up. But y'all know Hourglass is pretty expensive. They're expensive. Another highlighter I love, this Benefit, and it's a cream one. It comes with a sponge, which I've tried, and don't try because it doesn't work well. But generally what I'll do is I'll just do this, and then I will either dab it on with my finger, or I will use the beauty blender, and then I'll also use something on top just to set it. But this one, let me blend it for you. This one, so pretty. Okay, let me just show you. Like, okay, let's say we take this one here in the middle, and then you put it over this. Like, look at that. Look at that. There was a time before the strobing and all of that where I still literally wanted my whole face to be shiny, and I would wear multiple highlighters. And I feel like I'm still that way. I'm still that way. I want to shine. Okay, y'all. This is a holy grail for me. I have purchased these multiple times. This is the Naked Trio, the little flush. You can tell I've used this bad boy. I love this for traveling. The highlighter, y'all, the highlighter is life. The bronzer actually looks pretty good on me. And then this blush, it just gives you, it literally gives you like a nice flushed look. But let me show you. So you see the bronzer actually shows up really well for me. And look at that. You can either like build it up, or you can just use it lightly for a little bit. And then look at that. Look at that. Look at it. This, I have been obsessed with this since the first time I bought it and used it. I've purchased it multiple times. I've got different ones of these also, but love, love, love these. One of the few items that I actually hit pan on. And then again with the Kosas, I really do like this one. I feel like this is just pretty cream product, but it's really, they complement each other. They blend out well. This is the 8th Muse, and they're so creamy. Again, you can build it up, or you can use it lightly, so be cautious with that, but it's gorgeous. Okay, let's clean ourselves up so we have some room. I picked out a few eyeshadow palettes, but I'll be honest, I'm not gonna say they're my favorite, but they are definitely eyeshadow palettes that I love. I think they're versatile, and they would work for pretty much anyone. But that's not, we're not talking about that right now. Let's carry on with the blushes. This one, do not be disgusted with me when I show it to you. This is the Stila, they're cream blushes. This is in Petunia. I've purchased this multiple times. Let me show you. Can you see how disgusting that is? I'm not gonna lie, it's nasty. But it's because I use a stippling brush with this, and this blush is literally, like I said, I've purchased it multiple times. It is disgusting, I'm sorry. I did use this one today. Love it. I will say it doesn't dry all the way down, so you do need to set it. But I believe this, you can also use this as a lip gloss or lipstick. And I used to use this all the time with the Urban Decay. It was the shade was Obsessed, and it was a pink, like maybe it was a plumping gloss. They don't make it anymore, but I used to use this and that lip gloss like every day. It had been like 8 years ago. I am obsessed with this. I've purchased it multiple times. It's pretty. The only downside I would say is it doesn't dry, and I don't use it as a lipstick anymore, but you know, you set it and you're fine. And then we have NARS Exhibit A. I picked this one because I feel like for many years I didn't buy this because I was scared of it. Like, this is an intimidating shade, and I started looking at like some videos and some reviews on it, and some women of color using it, and I was blown away at how beautiful this looked on them. Be cautious because it's pigmented, but I mean, it's beautiful. So I would say just don't be scared of this one, because for years I was missing out on this. We do have the Rare Beauty blushes. Y'all have seen Coco playing with these all the time. What I will say is these bad boys are freaking pigmented, okay? So what I do like to do with these is I'll put it on, just to be safe because they're so pigmented. I'll put it on and then I'll put my foundation over it, and if I feel like I need a little bit more, then I will, but these give a really nice glow if you use them under your foundation. You actually get a lot of product because Coco has used the crap out of this, and there's still a lot left in here. Okay, I think that's it for blushes. Let's get into, okay, eyebrows. So I got my eyebrows microbladed, right? So I don't generally do my eyebrows, but when I do, I picked up this. It's a Brow Contouring Pro pencil. I got this from TJ Maxx. It's from Benefit. I do like their normal pencil that they have. I just got this from TJ Maxx because it was cheap. So this is good if you can find it. If I could find it again, I would definitely buy it. And then I do like the Benefits. I have two of these little minis here. I do like their Gimme Brow. It's just like a brow gel, but if you want to go on the cheap side, e.l.f. has one that works really well, and this is just Whoa Brow, and oh, maybe that's the shade. Maybe the shade is, no, the shade is, I don't know what the shade is. I cannot read this small writing, but it's just a brown. Significantly cheaper than Benefit or MAC, because I used to use the MAC one all the time too. Does the same thing and it's a lot cheaper. Then, if y'all have been with me for a while, you know, and I know some people hate this and they say never use concealer to set your eyelids. I do. I don't have oily eyelids, although the rest of my face gets oily, and I found something that works really, really well for me. So generally, I will use the CoverGirl concealer because it's cheaper than the Benefit Shape Tape one. This is, obviously, it's cheaper. So I normally use this one. I use a little dab of it. I use a brush. I kind of like, you know, blend it out a little, and then I take my sponge and I blend it out some more. But then what I do is I set it with the Urban Decay Velvetizer, which this is some kind of mixing medium that I just thought was a setting powder, and it's, when I bought it, and it's not a setting powder. I don't know how you use it to, I don't know, it's just mix in medium. I have no clue why. It's a translucent, it's a translucent, it's a translucent shade, and I just sweep it over there, and there you go, and I get started, and I feel like this really helps the eyeshadows blend together so nicely. And then I also don't have to put anything on my brow bone because this kind of lightens it up. And then also, I mean, the concealer lightens my eyelids with me being a little bit dark. I'm not dark, but I'm also not fair either. Makes the eyeshadow pop a little bit more. Now, eyeshadow palettes. I'll show you the palette I used today. This was a quick, simple look. Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. A lot of y'all have this. This was like a holy grail for many, many years. I used the Venetian Red, obviously, and then I went in with Vermeer up here for my eyelid. And then I just used this Primavera, this gold shade here on the inner corners. What I love about this palette is you can create so many different looks. I can create an everyday look with these lighter shades, darken it up here if I want to darken it up with these shades. You can do sultry with these burgundies here. You have a highlighter here. If you don't want to carry a highlighter with you when you're on a trip, you could always use this. I mean, there's just so many options for this. You can do date night, normal day, lunch date, brunch date, dinner date, whatever date. Like, there's just Target date, you know, you can do that with this palette, which is why I picked it. I was doing like a organizing my makeup drawers video or something, and I found that palette and I'm like, girl, pull it out, start using it again. That's the problem when you have so much makeup and you put things in the back of the drawers. You forget about them and forget about how great they are. Because I love this look. I literally obsessed. The next palette I picked was the Patrick Ta palette. It came out recently. I think this was a pricey palette, I'm not gonna lie. But packaging, gorgeous. Mirror huge. You also get cream eyeshadows in here. And I feel like with this one, again, you can go very simple. You have some shimmers. You can deepen it up. You have this dark here, this dark cream shade. You can super deepen it up. You can like smoke it out. You can also go really simple. I think when I've used this palette, I've kept it pretty simple. Like use this shade as an overall shade, darkened it up a little, threw some gold in there and called it a day. Like this is just, this would look good on anyone. This is a safe bet when it comes to like a neutral palette. That's safe. And then the last one that I picked out, and the reason I picked this is somewhat sentimental. When we moved to California, I brought one eyeshadow palette with me. Coco and Yaya were literally newborns. They were like 2 weeks old when we moved here. And I brought one eyeshadow palette with me. And this was the eyeshadow palette I brought. The Born to Run eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay. That, I mean, it's just, I feel like this palette, again, you can create anything from night to day, lunch, if you go to school, if you go to work, if you work at McDonald's, or if you're a lawyer, you could create something simple. I just feel like you get some, whoa. You get the greeny tones in here, you get the browns, the coppers, the purple, the pinks, you get a black. Y'all know I love black eyeshadow to line my eyelash line. So, I mean, this was like a perfect palette for me that I could just do anything. Oy, oy, oy. You okay? Yeah. Okay. You could just do anything with. So that's why I picked this palette, because I think we stayed in a hotel for a month. Was a little while before we got our stuff, so probably for a good 2 months this was the only eyeshadow palette I had, and I was able to do everything that I wanted to do. And then the last, where is it? Not the last thing, second to last. This is the black eyeshadow that I use to line my eyelashes with. If you've been with me for a while, you know that. This is the Wet n Wild. It's in the shade Panther. It's just, I mean, I've had this forever. I probably will never run out of it because I just do it right here. It works amazingly, and I feel like this was like 99 cents, y'all. Then the last thing, I can't say I have a favorite lipstick because I like different lipsticks. I like different lip glosses. I like them all for, what are you doing? Here, wipe your hands. I like to, anyway, I don't know where we were at. I like different things, but this lip balm is what I'm wearing today. See this pigment here? This is a lip balm. These are the sugar lip balms from Fresh. This is in the shade Poppy. I have these in multiple shades, but I mean, for a lip balm, the pigment is there. You can get clear, but I mean, look at that. Look at the color payoff there. So I'm like, okay, let me look in the mirror here. I want to keep it simple, right? So I keep it simple with this. I have another one that's a little bit more of a neutral shade that I keep in my purse. It's kind of a mauve-y shade, and I keep, oh, thank you. I keep that in my purse for like everyday use because it has some pigment to it, but it, like if I'm not wearing makeup, this will look crazy. But they do have clear ones and everything, and sometimes at Sephora, you can find them on sale. So normally when I find them on sale, I'll pick up 2 or 3 or 4. I'll pick up multiple lip balms. So highly recommend these. These are something that I will always buy also. And then again, not again, but the Fix Plus. Fix Plus, also holy grail. I don't even know how many years I've been using it, but Fix Plus will always be, you know, that setting spray for me. Is that all of it? Is that all we have to talk about today, Coco? Yeah. Sleep. What? Sleep. Sleep? Yeah. You ready to go to sleep? Yeah. Oh, okay. I think that's, oh no. Mascara. Forgot about this. I get my lashes done, so generally mascara is not super important to me. I did buy the Sky High from Maybelline because of TikTok. TikTok made me do it, and I like it. It works really well, but then again, I'm only putting mascara on the bottom there, so it doesn't really matter to me. Coco's putting on her lip balm there. Let's go ahead and end this before it's a 30-minute video. I will try to have everything linked below. I did create this look with all of the products that I have talked about. Well, not all of them, because I talked about multiple blushes. But, you know, I did create this look with these items here. Anyway, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Oh, okay. Click the bell and all those good things. Oh, good job. And high five. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah. See you tomorrow. No. You happy? Yeah. No. Oh. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Tita's down there screaming. I don't know what she's doing.
No, that's for Dreamy. That's for you. That's for you to put some makeup. What? Two of them.
Yeah, 2 of them.
1, 2.
Yep, 2.
Yeah. That's for Mama. And that's for Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put on your eyelashes.